What's up, AIM Squad? We back at it with another one. So this one's going to be about the killing of SHANEDA Lawrence, which is the real shooting that Lil Durk wants us all to forget. So what I need you to do before we get into that is like, comment, and share the video. And if you're new, hit that subscribe button. But it's your boy Cookie with All In Media, where the aim is always on point. SHANEDA Lawrence was born July 18th, 1982 and died May 18th, 2013. She was one of 3 people that were shot on May 18th, 2013, while there was a group attending a celebration of life at Ryan Harris Memorial Park in Englewood, which is a Chicago neighborhood in the South Side. So a little backstory on the Ryan Harris part. Ryan Harris was an 11-year-old girl that was unfortunately killed by Floyd Durk back in 1997. What's wild about this whole thing is that Ryan Harris's mother, Sabrina Harris, is the cousin of SHANEDA Lawrence, meaning that Ryan Harris and SHANEDA Lawrence are related. So now we're back up to May 18th, 2013. SHANEDA Lawrence is there with a group of people at a celebration of life of a relative that had passed away from cancer, and they were just chilling there, and then shots rang out. And at the end of all the shooting, SHANEDA Lawrence was struck in the head, where she later passed away from her injuries. A 27-year-old woman was shot in the wrist, and then a 37-year-old man was shot in the back. The police came, did their investigation, and it was determined that the shots came from the railroad tracks that are right near Ryan Harris Memorial Park, but there was no description of a shooter or shooters at that time. So fast forward to January 13, 2015. Lil Durk is arrested with a firearm on him, and it turned out to be the firearm that killed SHANEDA Lawrence. Now, there's a couple of reasons why someone would have a murder weapon on them, and the main one being is that he could have bought it off the street and someone didn't tell him that there was a body on it, and they just wanted to get the gun off on anybody. It didn't matter who it was. They just had to get it away from them, and hopefully it just never came back. Second of which is kind of a piggyback off that. Maybe his homie gave it to Durk, you know what I'm saying, and did not tell him about said body, which might I add, you could get killed for that. If you didn't tell somebody that there was a body on a weapon maybe, and then they get bumped for that, might be the next body that comes up missing in the river, if you know what I'm saying. Now, the next reason that he would have said murder weapon on him was that he did the killing and was just so dumb and kept the weapon on him, or he did the killing and just didn't care to worry about the repercussions about it because of his connections that he has, or he's working with them people, because we all know it is foul shit to put crimes on somebody that's not here to defend themselves. I don't care what you say. Snitching is snitching. I don't care if the person is gone. You just do not say anything. You knew what you signed up for. Go handle it like a man. You don't just dish it over and be like, oh, my homeboy would want me to snitch on him since he's not here. He would want me out of jail. Bitch, shut the fuck up. And now when we talk about Lil Durk's connections, his main connection in Chicago, in my opinion at least, is Big BD Lori Lightfoot. And I say Big BD because when FBG Duck passed away, she was dissing on him that he was a GD. He's a gang member that fancies himself as a rapper. But yet we see Lori Lightfoot in pictures with self-proclaimed and documented gang members. You know, just make it make sense. Why didn't she say FBG Duck passed away and leave it at that? Why do you have to say a gang member that fancied himself as a rapper, but yet you're hanging out with the other side? Then that makes me even think about the reason why Lil Durk got off all of these cases. Was it because of this woman here, Big BD Lightfoot? And as I look at these pictures of Lil Durk and Lori Lightfoot, the more I see the resemblance that they have of one another. I know in the comments what you guys think about that. Do Lori Lightfoot and Lil Durk look alike? Could they be related? You know, how else would Durk, a self-proclaimed black disciple, get in tight with the mayor of Chicago? You know, just someone enlighten me, if you will. How else would he do that? Yes, he has money. So does countless other people in Chicago. So why Lil Durk? What makes me wonder is why was no one talking about this when Lil Durk got arrested with the said murder weapon of SHANEDA Lawrence? You know, it just didn't come across the airwaves at all, really, until last year in February. It just makes you wonder, you know what I'm saying? But seriously, AIM Squad, you gotta think outside of the box, because the world is a stage and we are the audience. They're always gonna make it seem like it's one thing, but it's another behind closed doors. At the end of the day, SHANEDA Lawrence was a loved mother, sister, aunt, niece, and everything. This is just another example of senseless violence. And as SHANEDA Lawrence's mother says, speak up if you see something. Because a lot of people that aren't in that lifestyle, they have the fear of that lifestyle coming to their doorsteps if they say what they saw. So basically, you could kill somebody broad day, shoot them right in the head, down in the street, in front of a whole group of people. And if you're on that time, if people know that and you're on the street, people aren't going to find out about it until you're locked up. And even in some cases, when the person's locked up, the fear is still instilled in these people to not say a word. Otherwise, you'll be the next one to go 6 feet under. So we're going to close this one out with SHANEDA Lawrence's mother and a couple words she has to say about SHANEDA. And it's always going to be long live SHANEDA Lawrence. But as always, it's your boy Cookie with All In Media. It's all in or nothing. I'm out.
And my daughter was somebody to me, to her family. So I'm not gonna let this lie down. I'm not gonna let it go, because I want justice for my daughter.